This is your life, and it's ending 1 minute at a time.
Welcome to the Stop and Listen podcast. I am your host, Jamie. Please watch this short clip and then like, subscribe, follow, comment, do all the things. Enjoy. Oh, while I look for my next story, a quick aside. So this Fannie Willis case in Georgia, if y'all paying attention, it's quite entertaining. And Megan Kelly's got some really good coverage on it. She used to be an attorney. It's kind of her zone. She gets real excited about that kind of stuff. This woman is not a scholar. She became the DA of Fulton County and went after Trump. And that's fine. But she hired her boyfriend, seemingly, or got involved with someone underneath her very quickly and then did not have him removed from the case. And she paid him significantly more than his counterparts. Like $600,000 apparently to like less than 100. And then they went off on trips and enjoyed the spoils. Joe Biden became vice president. His son went to the board of Ukraine, Burisma energy company, and they started collecting money. And the Pelosi's and how successful they are in the stock market. Now, this isn't a partisan thing either. Now, I'm just naming Democrats. That's because they're really bad about it. And I assure you, Republicans are probably just as bad or better at covering up. I don't know, but it's mostly Democrats. But it doesn't matter. I don't want Republicans doing it either. They enrich themselves by taking from us. If you're a Democrat, you should be against that. I understand if you hate Trump and you want him to go away. If you hate Trump and you just want him away from power, okay. And even if you hate Trump so much, you've been convinced that he is Hitler incarnate or Mussolini incarnate or whatever. Do you need the person? Are you okay with the person going after him being a immoral thief? Because she was having an affair with a married man, taking money from the taxpayer so that they can enjoy the spoils of war. And that's what this is. There's a Cold War going on against Donald Trump. And we are suffering the consequences of it. Like the whole the Mueller investigation. The Mueller investigation. How much did that cost the American taxpayer? Mueller investigation cost $32 million. To tell you that that man that you elected didn't collude with Russia. $32 million. So I keep seeing this. Trump at Cpac was last weekend. Apparently he was a jerk. Trump's a jerk. Hate him.
Lord, all you need is one stare. But for Biden, you need many. But when I imitate him with the stairs, because he never can find his way. If you ever see Secret Service runs up and grabs him and, helps him off the stage. This is what we have negotiating nuclear weapons. So he finishes his speech. And do you ever notice? He always finishes it. The speeches last about, would you say, average 2-3 minutes? Right? Very quick. They're very quick and not good. But the press gives him good marks. I remember when he made such a bad State of the Union speech. Everything was stumbling, mumbling. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. And I said, I'm going to watch CNN, MSDNC to find out what they say, because that was one of the worst speeches. They said, not since FDR has there been a speech so magnificently delivered. I'm telling you, I've never, ever forgotten it. Not since FDR. I said, it's impossible. They're fake. They're terrible. But you know what? When he goes, and he always points, he goes like this. Thank you. Where am I? And then he goes. And he points. You ever notice? And it's always he ends up going in the opposite direction ultimately. But he goes,
He's a stand-up comedian.
and then
He's doing a routine.
but if there's a wall behind him, he ends up walking into the wall. And then one of these incredible guys from Secret Service, all these beautiful guys, they run up stage. Look at these guys like central casting. Yeah? They'll run up stage, they'll grab them, and they're not meant to smile. You know, they're very hard line. When I tell stories, like this. I guess they're trained that way. Never smile. You say, good morning. Well, sure. They actually turn away. It's good. This way you don't have to say good morning all the time. No, they train them. But one of these guys will run up and grab them and take them off the stage. This is what we have as our president. But the worst thing is when I do that, the fake news. I call up my wife, our great first lady. She was a great first. People love her. Yeah, people love her. Oh, look at that. Wow. Mercedes, that's pretty good. Yeah, she's good. And she loves our country and she loves the people. It's true. When I give these big rallies, we give rallies, they say, we love our First Lady. They have signs, we love her. They always show a high heel, you know. We love our First Lady. But I call up our First Lady, I say, so baby, how good was that? She goes, you were okay. She's a very tough critic. I'll go into a group, I'll speak in front of 55, 56, 68,000 people sometimes. Call her up, I'll say, how good was I tonight? Was that unbelievable? She goes, well, your hair didn't look good. Oh, that's not good.
See, I mean,
It's very hard to get once in a while she goes, you were really good tonight. But that's like a major.
that's probably like that's very interesting because he's clearly very narcissistic. And, like, if a Fox News host made those comments about him, he would go on the attack. So that's very interesting, actually.
But I said, in this case, I said, how good was that tonight? She said, you were really good tonight, but what happened? You couldn't find your way off the stage. Because the fake news said Donald Trump couldn't find his way off the stage. I said, wow. Or when I interject a name, like I go, our president, Barack Hussein Obama. Rush Limbaugh, remember? He would always, right, Seb? Rush would go, Barack Hussein. You couldn't hear Barack or Obama, but the name Hussein, he'd be screaming. I don't know exactly what he meant by that. I think I did. But he'd go, Barack Hussein. So I'd go, Barack Hussein Obama, our president, has done this. Now, I meant that because there are those people that say he's running our country. Because Joe is not strong on aptitude. We don't know that that's true. But they go out and they say, Donald Trump, headline. Donald Trump doesn't know who the president of our country. He thinks Obama's the president, Lou. Look at the great Lou Dobbs. He thinks Obama is the president. So when I'm sarcastic, because I'm sort of a sarcastic guy, I find but it's very dangerous because they take it very seriously. But it's a very serious subject because of what happened. To finish the first story, what happened? Hey, by the way, isn't this better than reading off a frickin' teleprompter? Right? Right?
I mean, he's got Tulsi Gabbard on his side, someone who ran against him in the last election. Okay, she was trying to get the Democratic nomination to run against him. And now Tulsi Gabbard praises him. You hear story after story that this man is a good man even when no one's looking. That was a plot point in the movie 7 Pounds. That was an amazing movie, I thought. But he's a good man even when people aren't watching. Yeah, he's also an asshole. Well, so why are they trying to stop him so much? You got to think about that, folks. I understand he's an asshole. Let's just say he's a prick, and so is Joe Biden. We don't want to be governed by assholes. We'd like people to be. We'd like to be governed by people like we think that are like us, by nice people. But I guess maybe sometimes you got to be a prick. Why are they so against him? Because he's not conservative. Any Democrats could come to him, they could make a deal. He's a deal maker. He loves saying he makes deals. War. He doesn't like innocent people dying. That's why they hate him. That's why they hate him.
This is your life, and it's ending 1 minute at a time.
This war stops now.
End the war. Bring freedom to our people.
No. No more tricks. No more lies. Only truth.
This is where we hold them! This is where we fight!